Welcome to Movie Time. Today, we're excited to present the top 10 best series of 2025 you should be watching. This list includes both brand new series and returning favorites with fresh new seasons. A wide range of genres awaits you, from science fiction and historical to action, thriller, comedy, and drama, all available across top streaming services like Netflix, Prime Video, Apple TV Plus, and others. If you enjoy this list, be sure to subscribe and share it with friends who love top-quality series too. Stay tuned until the end of the video, and do let us know in the comments how many shows you have seen from this list and which one is your favorite. Number 10. Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a thrilling reimagining of the classic legend, set in medieval England during a time of social upheaval. The story follows Rob of Locksley, a young man from a humble Saxon background, whose life becomes entwined with larger forces shaping the kingdom. As tensions rise between the ruling Normans and the oppressed Saxons, Rob is drawn into a world of courage, cunning, and rebellion. At the heart of the story is Rob's growing sense of justice and his desire to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Alongside him is Marion of Huntingdon, a noblewoman who balances her position of privilege with compassion and courage. Together they navigate a world where loyalty, morality, and survival are constantly tested. Rob's journey takes him deep into the forests and towns of England, where he meets a diverse group of allies. While they face powerful adversaries and dangerous challenges, their resourcefulness, determination, and camaraderie drive the story forward. Robin Hood blends suspense, drama, and adventure into an entertaining and thought-provoking tale for fans of history, action, and strong characters. Number 9. The Last Frontier.
Where's my wife?
The Last Frontier is a gripping survival thriller set in the harsh and isolated wilderness of Alaska. The story centers on Frank Remnick, a veteran U.S. Marshal stationed in a remote outpost where life is quiet but unforgiving. His routine duty takes a drastic turn when a prison transport plane crashes nearby, unleashing a group of dangerous convicts into the vast, icy expanse. As Frank and his small team set out to locate the fugitives, the Alaskan landscape becomes both a breathtaking and brutal battlefield. Cut off from outside help, every decision becomes a matter of life and death. With limited resources and worsening weather, Frank must rely on his experience and courage to maintain order before chaos spreads across the region. Amid the pursuit, questions begin to arise about the true cause of the crash and the motives of those involved. What begins as a manhunt soon evolves into a larger struggle for survival and truth. Each episode combines fast-paced action with emotional depth, showing how isolation, loyalty, and morality are tested when civilization's rules no longer apply. Number 8. Countdown.
Hang on.
Countdown is an action crime thriller that follows LAPD detective Mark Meacham, a seasoned but disillusioned officer who is drawn into a deadly conspiracy after a Homeland Security agent is murdered in broad daylight. When the Department of Homeland Security takes over the investigation, Meacham is unexpectedly recruited into a secret multi-agency task force led by the enigmatic Nathan Blythe. Their mission: uncover a hidden threat that could trigger mass chaos across Los Angeles within just a few days. Working alongside determined FBI agent Amber Oliveras and other operatives from the CIA and NSA, Meacham faces political cover-ups, double agents, and an invisible enemy who always seems one step ahead. The task force slowly unravels a web of corruption that connects local gangs, private defense contractors, and high-ranking government officials. Haunted by his past failures and driven by a personal code of justice, Meacham struggles to maintain trust within the team while racing against time to stop an impending catastrophe. Number 7. All Her Fault. All Her Fault follows the harrowing story of Marissa, a devoted mother whose life unravels in a single day. Marissa arrives at a friend's house to pick up her young son, only to find that neither the boy nor the household recognizes her. What begins as a terrifying personal crisis quickly spirals into a complex web of lies, deception, and hidden truths. Desperate to find her son, Marissa confronts law enforcement, friends, and strangers, only to realize that everyone around her may be hiding something. As the investigation unfolds, the series exposes deep fractures in relationships, trust, and social privilege. Marissa's once secure world becomes a battleground of secrets. The friends she trusted, the people she believed to be allies, and even her family harbor concealed agendas. Each episode peels back another layer of the story, revealing shocking twists that question the very nature of identity and responsibility. The narrative blends psychological tension with suspense, emphasizing emotional stakes over physical action. Number 6. Running Point. Running Point is a sports comedy drama series that follows Isla Gordon, a carefree and once irresponsible woman who unexpectedly finds herself in charge of her family's professional basketball team, the Los Angeles Waves. When her father, the longtime owner, falls ill, Isla is suddenly named the new president of the franchise, a move that surprises everyone, including her skeptical brothers and the team's management. At first, Isla struggles to gain respect in a male-dominated sports world. Her lack of experience, combined with her reputation as a former party girl, makes her an easy target for criticism both inside and outside the organization. Despite the challenges, she's determined to prove she's more than a family name or a publicity stunt. As the story unfolds, Isla begins to learn the complexities of running a professional basketball team, from managing star players and negotiating sponsorships to dealing with egos, media scandals, and the pressures of maintaining a winning record. Number 5. Spartacus, House of Ashur.
And the bitter sting of blood.
House of Ashur picks up in an alternate timeline where Ashur, the cunning and treacherous former gladiator, survives the deadly events of the original Spartacus saga. Once a lowly slave and manipulative schemer, Ashur's fortunes change when the Romans, impressed by his intelligence and ruthlessness, grant him ownership of the ludus he once served, a gladiator school. Now elevated from slave to master, Ashur faces the immense challenge of commanding both the gladiators and the political intrigue of Rome. The series delves into Ashur's complex character, showing a man who thrives on manipulation, strategy, and ambition. He is determined to solidify his power, training a new generation of gladiators and maintaining control over a brutal and treacherous environment. As Ashur navigates this dangerous world, he encounters allies, rivals, and enemies both within the school and in the wider Roman society. Gladiatorial combat drives the story, with brutal, high-stakes battles testing each fighter's strength. House of Ashur expands the Spartacus universe with thrilling action, complex intrigue, and a dark, character-driven tale of ambition and betrayal. Number 4. Invasion. Invasion is a science fiction drama that follows the arrival of an alien species on Earth and explores the impact of this invasion across multiple continents. The series shows humanity's response to an alien invasion through the perspectives of people across different countries, rather than focusing on a single protagonist. The story begins subtly, with strange occurrences around the world, missing ships, inexplicable phenomena, and sudden attacks that defy explanation. As the alien presence becomes more apparent, governments struggle to respond, and societies face panic, distrust, and chaos. In the 3rd season, humanity confronts a far greater threat than ever before. Though the alien incursion appeared to have been contained, the invaders have only grown stronger and more relentless. 2 years after the last major attack, survivors such as Trevante Cole return with a grim warning: the war isn't over. The main characters' previously separate storylines begin to intersect for the first time, drawing them into a high-stakes mission to confront the alien threat once and for all. Number 3. Man vs. Baby.
Whose baby is this?
Man vs. Baby is a heartwarming family comedy that follows the chaotic events of Man vs. Bee. Trevor Bingley, played by Rowan Atkinson, is now trying to live a quiet, trouble-free life. He now works as a school caretaker, hoping to rebuild his reputation and keep things simple. But as Christmas approaches, peace and calm are the last things on his holiday schedule. When the school's nativity play ends in confusion and no one shows up to collect the baby playing baby Jesus, Trevor finds himself unexpectedly in charge of the infant. Feeling responsible, he decides to look after the baby until the parents return. At the same time, he's offered another house-sitting job. this time in a high-tech luxury penthouse over Christmas, and he just can't say no. What starts as a simple plan soon turns into festive chaos. Between malfunctioning gadgets, runaway strollers, diaper disasters, and collapsing decorations, Trevor's holiday spirals into a hilarious chain of mishaps only he could stumble into. Number 2. House of David. House of David follows the dramatic rise of David, a humble shepherd chosen by God to become the king of Israel during a turbulent period marked by political intrigue, betrayal, and war. The series begins with King Saul, Israel's first ruler, whose reign is faltering due to pride, insecurity, and disobedience. As Saul struggles to maintain control over his kingdom, David is secretly anointed by the prophet Samuel to succeed him, setting the stage for conflict between the aging king and the young destined hero. David's journey is both personal and epic. Along the way, David gains loyal followers, including soldiers, friends, and advisors, who help him navigate the dangerous political landscape of ancient Israel. Meanwhile, Saul becomes increasingly obsessed with defeating David, leading to tense confrontations, plots, and near-fatal encounters. Blending sweeping landscapes, intense battles, and deeply human drama, House of David brings to life a world of warriors, prophets, and kings with striking authenticity. Number 1. The Walking Dead, Dead City. Dead City takes place in a post-apocalyptic Manhattan, cut off from the mainland and overrun by walkers. Years after civilization's fall, the city has become a dangerous labyrinth where human factions fight for survival as fiercely as the undead. The story follows Maggie Rhee, a hardened survivor determined to rescue her kidnapped son. Her journey brings her back into contact with Negan Smith, the former antagonist, who now seeks redemption and reluctantly joins Maggie, their uneasy alliance forming the story's emotional core. In Season 2, a year has passed since the events of Season 1, finds Maggie Rhee striving to rebuild her life outside of Manhattan with her son and friend, while the torn-apart remains of the city linger as a ghost of past trauma. Negan stays in the walker-infested ruins, facing new power struggles that test his fragile path toward redemption. When a new threat emerges over the city's resources, Maggie is drawn back into chaos, pressured by both external dangers and her own compulsions. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. If you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. Feel free to leave a comment down below, share your thoughts, or suggest topics you'd like to see in upcoming videos.